Did you know that a nation once known as Upper Volta completely reinvented itself, changing its name and destiny in a radical act of self-determination? This is the story of Thomas Sankara, a leader who dared to dream of a Burkina Faso free from corruption and foreign domination. Born Thomas Isidore Noel Sankara on December 21, 1949, in Yoko, then part of French Upper Volta, his early life was shaped by the realities of colonial rule. He witnessed firsthand the inequalities and injustices that plagued his country, fueling a desire for change. Sankara's path to leadership began in the military, where he quickly distinguished himself as a brilliant and charismatic officer. However, his true passion lay in politics. He became increasingly involved in movements advocating for social justice and national liberation. The post-independence years in Upper Volta were marked by political instability and frequent coups. Sankara, deeply concerned about the direction of his country, decided that decisive action was needed. On August 4, 1983, he seized power in a coup. His vision was nothing short of revolutionary. Sankara believed that Upper Volta, mired in poverty and dependent on foreign aid, needed a complete overhaul. He sought to create a self-sufficient nation, one that could stand on its own 2 feet. One of Sankara's most symbolic acts was renaming the country. On August 4, 1984, Upper Volta became Burkina Faso, meaning a land of upright men. This change was more than just a name, it represented a new national identity, one rooted in dignity and self-respect. Sankara launched ambitious programs aimed at transforming Burkina Faso. He prioritized education, healthcare, and agriculture. He initiated mass vaccination campaigns, fought deforestation, and promoted local production. He famously encouraged Burkinabe people to consume what they produce. He challenged traditional hierarchies and empowered women, appointing them to key positions in his government. Sankara's vision extended beyond Burkina Faso's borders. He was a staunch advocate of Pan-Africanism, believing that African nations should unite to resist neocolonialism and assert their independence. He became an outspoken critic of Western influence and called for a new international economic order. Sankara's radical policies and fiery rhetoric made him both admired and feared. He faced resistance from within Burkina Faso, particularly from those who benefited from the old system. He also drew the ire of powerful international interests who saw him as a threat to their dominance. On October 15, 1987, Sankara's life was tragically cut short. He was assassinated in a coup led by his former ally, Blaise. Compaoré went on to rule Burkina Faso for 27 years, reversing many of Sankara's achievements and suppressing his memory. But Sankara's assassination did not erase his legacy. Instead, it transformed him into a martyr for African sovereignty and a symbol of resistance against corruption and foreign domination. For decades, his name was whispered in hushed tones, his picture hidden away. But the spirit of Sankara lived on in the hearts of many Burkinabe people and Africans across the continent. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in Sankara's ideas and legacy. His image is now ubiquitous in Burkina Faso, adorning murals, T-shirts, and billboards. His speeches are widely circulated online, inspiring a new generation of activists and leaders. The current admiration for Sankara is fueled by frustration with Western influence and a desire for self-sufficiency. Many see him as a model for leaders who are willing to challenge the status quo and prioritize the needs of their people. Even today, Sankara's name is invoked in Burkinabe politics. Ibrahim, who seized power in 2022, is often portrayed as Sankara's heir because of his anti-Western rhetoric and commitment to self-reliance. However, the use of Sankara's image is not without controversy. There are allegations that some pro-Sankara movements are being manipulated by foreign powers, particularly Russia, to advance their own agendas. Sankara's legacy is a complex and contested one. He remains a powerful symbol of hope and inspiration for many, but his memory is also being used in a broader struggle for power and legitimacy. Despite the controversies, there is no denying Sankara's impact on Burkina Faso and Africa as a whole. He showed that it is possible to challenge the established order and fight for a more just and equitable world. His dream of a self-reliant and independent Burkina Faso may not have been fully realized, but his vision continues to inspire generations to come. Thomas Sankara may have been silenced, but his ideas and his spirit live on. He remains a beacon of hope for Africa, a reminder that a better future is possible. What do you think is the most important lesson we can learn from Sankara's life and work?